So since I have some time before work, I figured I'd go on an old-fashioned rant. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so I figured I'd blow off some steam. Now, this is something that has been troubling me for quite some time, especially since it's the time of year where we're getting a lot of announcements for popular films that are coming out next year, like casting decisions, who's going to direct what film, the titles of films, what the films are going to be about, and really just anything to do with that. Just decisions that people would have an opinion on, whether it be informed or misinformed. Doesn't really matter, right? Not on the internet, it doesn't. And really, what this boils down to is the internet's way of crushing the dreams of everyone. No one on the internet wants anyone except for them to have a good time on the internet. That's what I found. And I'm going to sum up how I feel in just a few words. Internet. You can be excited for something. Okay? It is not that hard to be excited for something. You do not have to pick apart and look at the flaws in everything. You can be excited for something. News fucking flash. Okay? Every time there's an announcement for something. Here, I'll do one that's recent. The new title for the Star Wars film is The Force Awakens. Not a bad title. It makes me wonder what's going to happen in the episode. Keeps my interest. It's Star Wars news, for Christ's sake. But there are people bitching about something as menial as the title of a film. Saying how it just, it doesn't fit, or where's the 7 in it? They took the 7 out. It's not gonna be a good movie because they don't have the 7 in there now. It's just a big bunch of trash. Fuck. The internet is populated with single brain-celled organisms, and most of them are teenagers living in their mother's basement with scraggly facial hair growing somewhere in patches around this area. And what these creatures do is they like to bitch all the time. But you can be excited for something. Okay? You don't have to be negative all the time. There are some things in the world of film you can be very fucking excited about. There are things going on right now that are huge. There are movies coming out that people thought would never see the light of day. That Batman-Superman movie that everybody's bitching about, you asked people 30 years ago if they would ever be able to make that movie? Well, no, of course not. It's happening now. That's exciting. Now, whether you agree with the casting choices is up to you. It is up to you in the long run. You can think that way. But you can be excited for something. You don't want to be negative all the time. You don't have to do that all the time. There are things going on right now in the film world that you should be giddy for. Stop wasting your time bitching about who's going to play this superhero and look at the bigger picture. The movie is being made. It's being made. There are people, hundreds, thousands of people working right now to get that movie made. That's exciting. Okay? Now, whether the end product is good or not is irrelevant right now. Be hopeful. Okay? Not every casting decision is the end of the world. Now, I'm not going to use the Heath Ledger argument because that doesn't work every time. Not everyone is going to be a Heath Ledger Joker. Of course not. But just because they're not, or just because they're not who you envisioned it to be, does not mean that they're not going to play that part well. Just because the title of a film isn't what you expected it to be, doesn't mean that the film will somehow lose quality just because it just has a title you don't agree with, or just something that doesn't ring in your ear. Just because the film's plotline slightly deters from the storyline or the source material that was originally written doesn't mean it's the end of the world, okay? You can be excited. Just because there is change, or just because there's something new or different, doesn't mean you have to cower away in fear of it. Be excited for that. You bunch of pessimistic fucking losers. I'm Matt Inman. That felt good. Thank you. See you next time.